Yo guys, what's up? It's Warspert and welcome to the Lost Island Crysis 3 multiplayer DLC. This is going to be my first gameplay commentary of the new DLC, so I hope you guys enjoy this. Just check out this amazing map first of all that we are on. This is one of the 4 maps that came with the DLC. This one is called Creek, and I'm hoping I got that right because the DLC has just been out for like a day or so now, and learning the map names, I think most of them start with the letter C as well. It's like Creek, Crossing, Ascent, and Coastline. That's the other one. I always forget Coastline. That's the one with the big beach. It just totally resembles Crysis 1. It's got sharks and everything. Freaking awesome. So obviously this being the first gameplay commentary of the new DLC, it's going to be a first impressions video, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about what I think of the DLC, but probably you can tell from my voice already I'm pretty hyped about it. I mean, yeah, I can just straight up say the DLC is awesome. You may have watched my live stream the other night. That was like a 6-hour live stream I did. The time just flew in. That's the longest live stream I have ever done on YouTube or Twitch. I've never live streamed for 6 hours on Twitch TV either. 6 hours, man, like just sat and played it, and then the only reason I stopped streaming was because my game actually crashed. I don't know, my PC finally gave up and was like, okay, you've had enough playing tonight. And the game wouldn't restart either after that 6 hours, so I exited all my programs and then restarted my game. It was working again, went and got some food, and then started playing again for another 6 hours, but I wasn't live streaming, so like just straight 12 hours playing DLC. That's how good it is, like, to be honest. Really pretty awesome, having a lot of fun on it so far, and you don't want to miss out on the release party of the DLC because that is when everyone is going to be playing it, everyone's going to be exploring the new maps, everyone is just going to be there having a good time. There's like no one complaining. Maybe like today there's been a couple of noobs have bought the DLC now as well. Like, it was only the most dedicated fans that were there playing it all night long for when it came out. A couple of noobs have bought it now, so the occasional vote kick is being called on the DLC, which is really frustrating. And you know, little noobs saying, oh, hacker and aimbot and whatever. Yeah, okay. So you get 4 new maps, 2 new game modes, and 2 new weapons with this DLC, and everyone is asking, is it worth the $15 price tag, or 15 euros or £12? EA doesn't know how to convert money into other currencies properly, so America gets it cheaper than everyone else apparently. But Crytek gave me my code for the DLC, so that is really cool. And I would have done a should you buy the DLC commentary, but after playing it at like the sort of the release and the launch of the DLC, there were so many people I knew already playing the DLC. Some people I didn't think they were going to buy the DLC were buying it as well and like playing it, and like so many people, everyone I knew, everyone I know in Crysis was pretty much playing the DLC with me all night long, and it was crazy. Like, all the good players were there. You'll see that in the live stream. You'll see all the like known players in Crysis were there playing the DLC, and I think that it's fucking awesome. All these guys supporting it anyway. So like, should you buy the DLC? Well, everyone else seems to be doing it. So I mean that's the conclusion right there. Honestly though, you should be able to tell just from like watching videos of it up already on YouTube and like watching this like 1080p. Fantastic graphics. You can see the amount of work Crytek have put into this DLC. Like, this is all entirely new. This is not single player content. This is not content like taken from anywhere else. Like, these maps are not in Crysis 1 or anything. These are all brand new maps, new designs, gameplay, level design. Like, who designed this stuff? People fucking with jobs at Crytek designed this stuff, so they need to get paid for it, and that's what the $15 is for. Like, all these like assets, you'll see the palm trees and like all these buildings, all these rocks, they're all new. You don't see many of these. Look at this car, you don't see that car in the blooming whatever it is, the Crysis 3 single player campaign. This is all new stuff, new artwork. So you've got all the Crytek artists and the Crytek game designers working on this stuff, and the whatever programmers programming some new stuff. You've got like new challenges and whatever else. You've got new weapons, 3D models, animations, sounds. Now all we need is the mod SDK to come out so that other people can create even more amazing maps using all these sort of assets. The maps are so green, it's just green. It's like Crysis. These maps are Crysis. These maps define Crysis. Fucking jungles and palm trees and sharks. Fantastic. Beaches and fucking fish and turtles. Unfortunately, you can't pick up and throw the turtles though, and you can't actually punch the sharks either, although if you watched my live stream you would have seen my epic first reaction when I spotted my first shark, and yes, I was in the water at the time and I shat myself. Right now the player count for the DLC is very high. There are lots of servers on PC running DLC maps and DLC game modes, and obviously you can use your weapons on any normal server you like. So if you want to get your $15 worth, you better jump on the DLC bandwagon very soon. We don't know how long it's going to last. You know, with Crysis 2 it didn't last very long, but I feel like the community is a little bit tighter this time in Crysis 3. Like, everyone knows everyone from Crysis 2, and like, we've all been there before, and the amount of people that played Crysis 2 and actually bought Crysis 3 DLC means that like there's no problems here. Like, we're gonna get to play it, I think, and we've got tournaments coming up on the DLC maps. So that means if you want to play in these tournaments, you're gonna have to own the DLC. You're gonna have to be able to train on the DLC. So that's helping promote it as well, and that's good. All those DLC tournaments helping promote and sell the DLC. The first tournament is going to be on Saturday, this Saturday at 7 PM GMT +1. That's going to be a Frenzy tournament, which is free for all. You can find out about that on my Crysis. I will be running that tournament, possibly live streaming it as well. I'm going to be playing in it, and I'll try my best, but a lot of good players have already signed up, you know. Got some little things to talk about regarding the gameplay in the video, switching up, talking about the gameplay at the end of the video rather than at the start. I don't know why, but I'm using the RHINO shotgun in this video. This is the new shotgun, sort of semi-automatic cross between a Marshall and a Jackal. Sounds like a tank, really quite powerful. I think some people think it's a little bit overpowered right now, but obviously we've only had it for a day, so still getting used to it, and obviously your skill level is just going to improve the more you use it. As you can see in this gameplay, I'm sort of dominating these guys with it anyway. You may have noticed that I have been tagging quite a lot in this video, and also using more nanovision than usual. That's because these maps are really quite bright, you know, like bright blue sky in the sunlight. It's very hard to see stealth people on this map, and you also see I'm using a lot of stealth as well, taking advantage of the fact that it's hard to see stealth. So if you are playing the DLC maps, I recommend a lot of stealth usage because you are very hard to see, and tagging is going to help you spot those stealth guys. Nanovision is going to help you here as well. I don't know, like, if the cloak, if there's something wrong with it on the new maps, but I also find that the laser sight, like on your own screen, is really hard to see. So like when you run around trying to hit fire with the laser, you can't even see the laser, and you can't even see the dot pointing at enemies. It was hard enough in the sort of normal maps, but on the DLC maps it's even harder to see the laser. So I don't know, I hope there's a little fix for that. I hope I can see the laser more clearly. I've told them about this loads of times. Like, I would like to see some updates for the laser. I would like it to be more visible overall on every map. The Claw will get a gameplay commentary of its own. It does have a lot of recoil. It's an assault rifle sort of Scar. I don't know if it stands up against the Scar yet. I still think the Scar is a lot more powerful than the Claw. And obviously the two new game modes, Frenzy and Team Possession, I'll get a video up of them as well in the next week or so, in the next few days. But thanks for watching, guys. I just cut to the score screen at the end there once my streak ended. Let me know in the comments if you're playing the DLC and what your first impressions are, and if you haven't bought it yet, let me know what you think after watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more Crysis 3 content. I'll get some more up soon. Thanks for watching, and see you later.